Amanda and Brent, good evening to both of you. Court just wrapped up for the day, but right now, Ruth Correa may be the only other person outside of her brother who may know what exactly happened on that night in December of 2017, making her a key witness in the state's case against Sergio. Meanwhile, the defense this afternoon spent their time questioning Ruth about her childhood as well as past discrepancies they say she made in past statements to police.
It was supposed to look like a robbery.
That's what 25-year-old Ruth Correa says the plan was on a December night in 2017 when she decided to take a ride with her adoptive brother, Sergio Correa.
Sergio came to the 10th floor and you decided that you were going to go out to meet a friend about drugs.
Correct.
According to Ruth, she and Sergio drove to Griswold that night to meet Matthew Lindquist to deliver drugs.
Okay, and what happened next?
Sergio said he couldn't get the drugs unless he promised and showed him what he came for.
She says Sergio came for Matthew's parents' guns he was promised. But then Ruth says things took a violent turn.
He chased after him and hit him with a machete.
Ruth says at her brother's direction, the two stabbed Matthew several times in a wooded area. With a golf club and a bat in hand, the two walked over to the Lindquist home in an effort to steal the guns when Kenneth Lindquist woke up.
He went towards Sergio and they started going at it.
The details of the torture Janet and Kenneth suffered that Ruth says were mostly at the hands of Sergio that night, too gruesome to describe. Ruth says at her brother's direction again,
we kept pouring until the whole house was covered.
The two then torched the home with Janet and Kenneth still inside. Ruth came to a deal with the state in exchange for her testimony against her brother.
And when Sergio went to jail at around 16, fair to say that that was a big loss for you?
Yes.
Sergio's defense team recently requested Ruth's DCF records and directed questions at her troubled childhood.
Now obviously you met with the state's attorney's office.
Her motive for testifying and past statements she gave to police.
Did you tell police that Matt was in the back and you and Sergio were in the front?
Once the testimonies are over, the probable cause hearing will determine if the state can proceed with their charges against Sergio Correa. And today we also learned what that deal Ruth made with the state looks like. She could, in exchange for her testimony, if it is accurate, determined by the state, she could get a lesser sentence and not have to spend life without parole in prison. For now, reporting live in New London, Aisha Bo, Fox 61 News.